about a hit-and-run incident involving a 10-year-old boy.
Plus, take a look. It's a little green out there right now, but not bad, honestly. We've got pretty good weather, but gusty winds and a warm-up. We'll talk about all that coming up.
In Pittsburgh, Kansas, authorities released information about a fire that happened last week.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Jasper County authorities, Jasper County authorities are looking for information on a hit-and-run crash involving a child. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Amber Jenkins. It happened Monday morning on County Line 197, a mile east of Carterville, Missouri. Investigators say a black car was driving north on the wrong side of the road, and it hit a 10-year-old boy from Joplin. The boy suffered minor injuries. Authorities want to hear from anyone who might have information. In Kansas, Pittsburgh officials released information on Tuesday about last week's house fire on Forest Street. The fire happened on Friday shortly after 6 a.m. Authorities reported flames rising from the roof of the 2-story home. The fire appeared to be in the attic. The fire was under control within half an hour. No one was hurt. There was no word yet on the cause of the fire. And the fires are not done yet. Authorities tell Shannon Becker the vacant resident caught fire just a few hours ago. Just after 12:15 a.m. this morning, Joplin Emergency 911 responded to reports of smoke from a resident at 1731 South Pennsylvania in the Emerson neighborhood. Neighbors tell Joplin police the resident was vacant, and Joplin Fire declared the blaze out within 15 minutes. The Joplin Fire Marshal is investigating the calls. A report from the Missouri State Highway Patrol shows the total numbers of crashes they worked during the Christmas holiday went up compared to last year. The reports look at crashes from Friday evening to Monday night. This year, 3 people died in traffic crashes. The Highway Patrol worked a total of 306 crashes. That number is up compared to last year's 227 crashes. You can find the full breakdown of the report with the KOAM News Now app. The minimum wage is about to climb in Missouri. Employers will have to pay at least $12 an hour effective January 1st. However, the change will not apply to retail or service businesses whose gross annual sales are less than $500,000. Also, the law does not apply to public employers. Employers are required to pay tip employees at least 50% of the minimum wage, plus any amount necessary to bring the employee's total compensation to a minimum of $12 an hour. Missouri's minimum wage change is the result of a statewide vote in 2018, increasing the minimum wage 85 cents per year each year through 2023. Jarvis and Noel, Missouri can expect lane reductions and traffic delays beginning next Tuesday. Crews will begin work to stabilize the steam bank and make sidewalk improvements along Elk River on Route 59 between the Elk River Bridge and Butler Creek Bridge. Only one lane on Route 59 will remain open at all times. There will be no sign for detours, but to find a full list of traffic impacts, head on over to our website at komnewsnow.com. It's been a windy day in the 4 states. Chris Warner joins us with the first look at the forecast.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're actually beginning right now with a traffic alert for drivers in Missouri, in the Joplin area rather, as we've got a crash on I-44 westbound. This is the MoDOT camera at I-44 Main Street looking west. Crash has occurred here, and as you can see, traffic's been reduced to 1 lane westbound, and it is moving very slowly. It's also difficult to get onto the ramp, and traffic is now backed up to the point. This is the MoDOT camera at I-44 in Range Line, and you can see traffic has come nearly to a halt for westbound vehicles, and of course you can see that this is just ahead of the on-ramp out there. So if you're traveling westbound on I-44 out of Joplin right now, expect some significant delays while the crews continue to work this crash. And we'll have more information from our own Shannon Becker, who's on the scene, on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now, on the weather side, we still have this wind advisory that runs until midnight for virtually every county in our area, as it's going to continue to stay quite windy throughout today, tonight, and into tomorrow morning. Normal high 45, normal low 26. We're going to be way above each of those. In fact, we're already way above that now. We have 47 in Iola, so close up there, but 55 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Neosho, and 57 in Joplin right now, where we've got some clouds starting to move in. They'll continue to increase throughout the day. Feels like 57 with the south breeze at 26 miles an hour. Not a ton of warming outside of what we're already at, but as you can see, temperatures don't drop off a lot either. We're going to take a complete look at your forecast and how long the windy conditions are going to last and how warm it's going to get in just a few minutes. Amber?
Buffalo, New York is still digging out from the Christmas blizzard, and the death toll from the monster storm continue to rise. More than 30 deaths are now blamed on the weather in Erie County alone, the epicenter of the historic winter storm that brought more than 4 feet of snow.
I've been reading some of these stories of the life-saving things that people have done, the tragic stories, the losses of individuals in our community, and it is heartbreaking. It's a gut punch. 2022 has been a horrible year for our community in so many different ways. I can't wait till 2023 starts, to tell you the truth. And I think we all feel the same way. Karma owes us. Karma owes us big time next year for this community.
From more money in your pocket to more money onto Missouri roads, Missouri has one of the most expensive road systems in the country. That's according to a new report from MoDOT. Noah Tucker reports on where the money is going.
Maintaining Missouri roads is no small task. According to MoDOT, it is the 7th largest road system in the nation. If you wonder how many people travel during the holidays, look no further than the license plates at a local gas station. Think of each of these as dollars going towards Missouri roads.
Two main ways that we're funded is from the federal gas tax and from the state gas tax. And of course, Missouri just recently started increasing the gas tax, and we're still one of the lowest in the nation.
A recent study done by the state shows Missouri road system is huge, but ranks 48th among states in revenue per mile.
That system that we built over the years takes a lot of money to take care of. But I also think it shows that we've done well as a state on managing our money, that we do it with, we're one of the lowest in revenue per mile. So we make that money go as far as it can in taking care of that system.
Steve Schrader says the figures represent MoDOT's mission to keep up with Missouri roads through not only maintenance, but improvements like the $13.6 million James River Freeway widening completed in July.
Within the communities that drive that regularly are pleased with how it turned out. It's received a lot of positive feedback from the community.
And though it didn't come out of MoDOT's regular funds, 2023 will see more of that, the next phase of the I-44 bridge system. That's 25 structures from Joplin to Marshfield.
We took a package of bridges and put them out there to bid, and we're 1 year into a 3-year effort to make those bridges complete. And we will have some pretty impactful work zones next year.
You can find the full report online at modot.org. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in your first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at noon. A new future-like technology for your knee. And later, we're making good luck pork and cabbage in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. A new bionic body part that talks to your phone. This is not science fiction. It's the next frontier in knee replacements. It's called the Smart Knee, a new technology designed to improve recovery after replacement knee surgery and take the guesswork out of monitoring how the new joint is working. Stephanie Stahl has more.
This is doing extremely well.
Donna Cordero has a new Smart Knee. It's an implant that's equipped with sensors that track her mobility.
You can see my progress.
The movement information from the knee is wirelessly transmitted to a personal base station. That sends the data to the patient's phone and the doctor's office.
And it sends us half a dozen pieces of information.
Dr. Robert Booth with 3B Orthopedics at Jefferson Health says this is the first time specific movements can be monitored and measured from inside the knee.
I don't mean to infer that the other knees are dumb knees, it's just that we don't get any information back. It infers from the length of your stride and the cadence of your stride, whether you're limping, whether you're taking big steps, whether you're getting back into your normal pattern.
Donna is Dr. Booth's first patient to get the Smart Knee replacement.
I am feeling fantastic. I really am. It was the best thing I ever did for getting rid of the pain.
This was her knee before cartilage that cushions the joint had deteriorated.
So when the bones rub on one another, that's what's painful.
Pain was pretty bad. It interfered with everything. It was tough, and I just couldn't live with that kind of pain anymore.
Now, everyday activities like walking and sitting are easy and painless.
now I really can do whatever I want to do.
Donna says tracking her mobility allowed her to adjust her physical therapy accordingly, which she says improved her recovery. Stephanie Stahl, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Still to come on KOAM News at Noon, Mr. Food.
We all could use a bit of good luck in the new year. And today, we're sharing some of the tastiest traditions from around the globe.
But first, it's a very windy day across the area. We'll talk about those winds and the warm weather that we're going to see when we come back. Well, it's certainly been a windy day for us across the area, as we had forewarned about over the last couple of days. We knew windy conditions were coming, and boy, they did not disappoint, because winds have been gusting upwards of 50 miles an hour, even shaking our camera high up at 7th and Range Line. You can see it rattling in the breeze there. We also have a traffic alert for drivers in Joplin, especially if you are westbound on I-44. There is a traffic crash right by the on-ramp from Main Street onto I-44 westbound. Crews are working to clear the scene. You can see it's down to one lane. Traffic backed up very well here. This traffic is backed up to an almost standstill all the way back to Range Line. So if you are traveling, do be aware that you could be sitting in traffic for a little bit here westbound I-44 right along Joplin. And again, traffic is so far backed up as far as the Range Line exit at this point. Our own Shannon Becker is on the scene, and we'll have more information as it becomes available at KOAMnewsnow.com. On the weather side, I didn't tuck in this giant cord, so now I've got a tail. Sorry about that, folks. We also have this wind advisory that's going on. Every county highlighted in brown. This runs until midnight tonight, and that is because of the winds that we have been seeing, gusting upwards of 40, 50, in some cases potentially 60 miles an hour. We're at 57 in Joplin right now. We're starting to see some cloud cover build in. South breeze at 26, gusting to 43, really getting going out there. Taking a look at temperatures across the area, it's a little cooler up north, 47 Iola, 53 Chanute, 56 Chetopa, up to 59 in Miami right now. We have 57 in Neosho and Carthage. As we go through the rest of the day, 57 is the expected high, but some of us may go a little bit warmer than that. I don't think anybody's complaining at this point. We can just do without the wind. And again, unfortunately, it's something we're going to have to deal with through the rest of today, into tonight, and tomorrow morning. We'll have the clouds continue to increase as the afternoon and evening progresses, and we'll have breezy conditions and mostly cloudy skies as we head into tonight. Still expecting to drop to a 50-degree low early. We're talking maybe 9, 10 o'clock tonight. And then temperatures will start to climb again. It will be around 55 by sunrise. Wind gusts will not let go of us anytime soon. By 2:30 this afternoon, you can see they continue to push 50 to possibly 60 miles an hour across the area. They do not let up at all as we head into the evening either. This is 11 o'clock tonight. Still looking at some 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible. By 6 a.m. tomorrow, they start to calm down a little bit, down into the 40-mile-an-hour range. And it's not until the afternoon tomorrow that we start to see these winds calm down. But look at this, Thursday, 6 o'clock, still in parts of southwest Missouri, some gusty winds, and they'll finally kick on out of here as we head into late Thursday night, early Friday morning. Now, the future track doesn't have a lot to show us. We could have a stray shower or two on New Year's Eve day, but that should be out of here before any celebrations begin. Our next best chance of widespread shower and thunderstorm activity comes by Monday. This is 9:30. You can see we get a system in here that doesn't cool us down, but does start to bring us some additional rain chances. 7-day forecast. We got the alert day today for the wind advisory, 61 tomorrow, 53 Friday, 55 Saturday. New Year's Day, partly cloudy, 63 degrees. That's going to be beautiful. And we got the storm chances on Monday, 62, and we go up to 51 by Tuesday under partly cloudy skies. So definitely some mild weather ahead of us, well above average. We're going from way below to well above. But at this point, like I said, I don't know many people who are necessarily going to complain about the warmer weather. It's nice to be able to thaw out, get your pipes thawed out, and also get rid of some of this wintry precipitation, because there's still some in our parking lot out there. So we need the warm weather for a little bit.
I'm sure not complaining.
No, it's pretty nice. Just we could do without the 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
That is true. That is true. Thank you, Chris. We take this time to honor today's fourth state hero, Thomas Blair. The Broken Arrow native served in the Marines in 2003. While serving in Iraq, Blair directly exposed himself to enemy gunfire to save 9 wounded fellow Marines. Blair was awarded the Purple Heart, the Humanitarian Service Medal, and many more. To Thomas Blair, we thank you, our 4th state hero. We're spreading good luck as the new year approaches. Howard is making good luck pork and cabbage in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
As we bring in the new year, who amongst us couldn't use a bit of good luck? And it seems that there are a lot of tasty food traditions and customs from all over the world that can bring us just that. In the Far East, eating noodles on New Year's is customary at Buddhist temples. And in some parts of China, it's a tradition for dumplings and steamed fish to be served at midnight. In Hispanic culture, to signify the 12 months of the year, many people eat 12 grapes at midnight. In Europe, those of German and Polish descent might eat herring in hopes of good fortune. And in Holland, the Dutch often eat a sweet donut-like apple fritter to welcome in the new year. Here in the States, many Southerners eat cooked greens on New Year's in hopes of it bringing prosperity. And the Pennsylvania Dutch tradition of eating pork and cabbage on New Year's Day for good luck is still going strong. And nothing is easier or tastier than our slow cooker version that is so tender you can pull it apart with a fork. And when you serve this with all that cabbage studded with chunks of apples, are you in for an Amish treat? As always, the recipe for good luck pork and cabbage is online now, just in time to bring you some good luck in the new year. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we're looking for a tastier way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot of more good food from Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4th state market prices.
All right, we've got that alert day today for the wind advisory running through midnight, gusts pushing 40, 50, potentially 60 miles an hour. Otherwise not bad. 57, 61 tomorrow, 53 Friday, maybe a stray shower Saturday, 55, 63 for the first day of the new year, 62 Monday, maybe some storms, and 51 next Tuesday. So we are finally going to thaw out across the 4 states.
That'll be welcome, for sure.
Del, what's coming up at 5?
Well, a lot at 5. For starters, in Health Watch, cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer among people with lupus. We're going to find out how someone's metabolism could indicate serious or even fatal heart issues for people dealing with lupus. Plus, a lot of residents and businesses are dealing with busted water pipes. One local boutique in Iola, Kansas is assessing damaged merchandise. And we're going to check out an annual tradition for Joplin High School seniors. Hope you join us for those stories, a lot more, of course. It's all coming up today on KOAM News at 5.
Thank you for joining us at KOAM at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5 o'clock.